An opening night thriller at Madison Square Garden last night as the Knicks held on to beat the Boston Celtics in double overtime. New Knick and former Celtic Evan Fournier, he's all fired up. 32 points, 4 threes in OT, and it was incredible to watch. I told you I love that signing. And how about our guy Derrick Rose? Off the bench to hit a gigantic bucket at the end of the second overtime. Garden was rocking, Knicks are back. Even when New York blew it in the fourth and Marcus Smart hit that game-tying three at the buzzer of regulation and my brain gave it the old double bang, it was such a huge shot, still thought the Knicks were going to win. It's a totally different feel for this team. Julius Randle was terrific. 35 points, and he joked after the game he needed sleep, and he wasn't even going to eat or shower, and I get it. He wasn't going to let the Knicks lose. Our guy Obi Toppin was fantastic. Career high 14 off the bench. Obi Toppin flying through the air, getting easy buckets. R.J. Barrett, 19 points, all after halftime. I mean, this was one of the most thrilling and wild and intense season openers ever. It's an old school rivalry. Kicked off season 75 for the NBA. Now, I'm not getting nuts here on the Knicks, but you know I'm a diehard fan, so I'm going to be realistic. I picked the Knicks 5th in the East. Told you I liked them to hit the over on wins. I'm not screaming they're better than Brooklyn or Milwaukee or they're going to win the East. But Tom Thibodeau changes everything for this team. Toughness, coaching, accountability. The Knicks are back. That was awesome last night. Shame on you, Dave Roberts. Shame, 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 shame. We first guessed this. We begged Dave Roberts not to ruin the biggest advantage the Dodgers had, starting pitching. We destroyed the Dodgers for going with the dopey opener, Game 5 against the Giants. And they didn't have to do that. And that started the slippery slope of decline for Max Scherzer and last night's starter, Julio Urías. I never would have pitched Urias out of the pen in that Game 5. Never would have pitched him out of the pen Game 2 of this Atlanta series. And it set Urias up for failure. Failure last night against Atlanta. I mean, it's the same Julio Urías who picked like a Cy Young candidate brilliantly all year. Set up Urias, and it's all on you, Dave Roberts. Blow your hands. Set up Urias to get rocked. Be akin to batting practice last night. Atlanta shelled him. The Dodgers couldn't seize the momentum they gained from how they won Game 3, and now the Dodgers are on the brink of elimination. And how about the Braves? How about the bats that Alex Anthopoulos acquired after Ronald Acuna Jr. got hurt? My guy, Eddie Rosario, a couple of bombs last night. He has a ton of talent. How about the move changing everything, the culture, the insane domino effect it had on the clubhouse? Rosario, Jock Peterson, Adam Duvall, Soler, all great in the regular season. How about what they've done against the Brewers and the Dodgers? I mean, my goodness. And wow, what a terrible job by LA creating its own disaster. Leonard Fournette with high praise for the Bucs organization, and I agree. This team, this franchise, they are special. And here's the beauty if you're a fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Honestly, you know there is no chance, and they're going to be on center stage with Jim Nantz and Tony Romo and Tracy Wolfson on CBS this weekend against Chicago. There's no chance they overlook the Chicago Bears. And look at the points per game. This offense is an absolute machine. Tom Brady is playing at MVP level. The weapons are unreal. Fournette's a big part of this. I mean, he really is back to the player that he was in college, where he was worthy of being the 4th overall pick of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Playoff Lenny, it's now regular season Lenny, and Brady obviously kills you. Fournette breaks your back. That's an awesome 1-2 punch, and you can understand why Fournette is so appreciative of the structure in Tampa Bay. The Packers made another move to strengthen their defense, agreeing to a deal with former Texan pass rusher Whitney Mercilus. And look, Aaron Rodgers is going to become the first person in NFL history to win MVP and General Manager of the Year in consecutive seasons. Look, they're making these moves because Rodgers is telling blood on your hands Brian Gutekunst, we need those reinforcements. And Mercilus can play. He can get to the opposition's quarterback. He's also an upgrade. Do I think that Goonie's making this move on the heels of the Jalen Smith move, on the heels of the Randall Cobb move because of Aaron Rodgers? Yes. Yes, I do. And by the way, he needs to, because the Green Bay Packers need to get better on defense. They also simultaneously need to keep Aaron Rodgers happy, so maybe he'll consider staying past the 2021 season. You're wrong. Derek Carr is worth every single penny.
I come back and I just make terrible picks that I hate. What am I doing here? I'm going to take the Bears? Why am I taking the Bears here? The line has already moved up to 6, so I feel even stupider because of it. And when you look at this matchup, Aaron Rodgers in his career, just regular season, 20-5 against the Bears, 55 touchdowns, 10 interceptions in those games.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, Will Brinson. I mean, you just gave some of the nuggets of domination that I gave on Time to Shine yesterday on why Green Bay is going to win and Green Bay is going to cover. I mean, you know, someone checked the deed. It's Aaron Rodgers who owns the Chicago Bears. Memories. Welcome back, Time to Shine. How about an Aaron Rodgers motivated by Friday's sizzling edition of Time to Shine? And he told the Bears fans, I still own you. Remember when Will Brinson picked the Bears against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers? What an epic throwback Thursday. And boy, oh boy, Will Brinson, I don't even know if we want to show this record from last week. I mean, I'm not even going to draw attention to it. The 2-win week, I mean, we all have bad weeks, Will Brinson, but I'm not even going to mention the fact that you went 2-12 in week 6. So since we're not going to mention the fact that you went 2-12 last week, let's just turn the page. Thursday Night Football, Broncos visiting the Browns. Cleveland favored by just 1 point. Will Brinson will hide our eyes. Take your pick.
I am not mentally ready to discuss last week's Schein. There were more middle fingers in the Soldier Field stands than there were correct picks on my slate last week. It's brutal. I'm taking Ben Simmons excuse, and I'm not mentally ready to discuss it. Let's move on. We're on to Cleveland, and I think this line has dropped too far. It was Cleveland minus 5.5 when it opened. Of course, tons of injuries. Jedrick Wills is going to be back. Jarvis Landry looks like he might be playing this evening. Odell Beckham, game time decision. But you know what? I think Case Keenum at 100% is an upgrade over Baker Mayfield at 75%. I think Case Keenum comes out slinging. The Broncos are not as good a defense as their reputation would lead you to believe, and I do not believe their offense will get moving in nasty weather in Cleveland. I'm going to take the Browns at a short number to win outright on Thursday night.
Well, I felt pretty confident in the Browns until I saw that Will Brinson's taking the Browns, but I'll stay with Cleveland here. Listen, this, in terms of brain power for the head coach, is not a fair fight. I mean, Vic Fangio versus Kevin Stefanski. I'm going to roll with Stefanski. Look, Cleveland is obviously banged up. No Nick Chubb, no Kareem Hunt. The offensive line's banged up. No Baker Mayfield. I'm with you, though, on Case Keenum. I think he's a solid backup quarterback, better than Baker Mayfield at 50 to 75%. I'm going to roll with the Browns. All right, let's pick some baseball. Will Brinson's Braves, 1 win away from the World Series. Where have we seen that before? The Dodgers, however, are still the favorites tonight playing at home. Braves, Dodgers, NLCS Game 5. Will Brinson, take your pick.
My buddy Rick Gaiman covers golf for CBS, likes to do a thing on Sundays. Heart, head, cash, right? What are you going to roll with? My heart says the Braves at plus money. My head, actually, I guess my heart, because I want to emotionally hedge on the Dodgers. But you know what? We want the cash. We want money, and we want the Braves. This team is free, swinging, feeling good. This series could already be over. Jock Peterson and the Pearls, he's a bad something or another that I'm not allowed to say on CBS Sports Network. The Atlanta Braves are getting a bullpen game against Dave Roberts, who's botched this pitching-wise the entire series. The Dodgers feel it. They know what's coming. Braves to the World Series. Let's go, Braves. Tonight, we're going to be going back to Atlanta for Game 6.
I love a fired-up, giddy Will Brinson. Look, Dave Roberts has officially crushed the Dodgers' hopes and dreams, and we talked about it earlier in the show. And we have first guessed it going back to Game 5 against San Francisco. The opener is dopey for LA. I'm going to take the Dodgers tonight. I think Mookie Betts, you look at how he's performed in elimination games since he's been a member of the Dodgers. He's been outstanding. I think the Dodgers are going to win tonight. I still have the Dodgers getting to the World Series and winning it. 3-1 Atlanta? Where have I heard that before? I'm going to take the Dodgers to take care of business. To the NBA, where Lonzo and LaMelo Ball both played well in their wins last night for their respective clubs. So Will Brinson, better Ball brother win last night. Lonzo or LaMelo, take your pick.
Oh, give me LaMelo with my hometown-ish Hornets, right? And did you see the outfit that LaMelo had on after the game? After the game, he wore this bright highlighter coat and trench coat and pantsuit, and I don't even know how to describe it, right? And he goes out and he gets in his bright highlighter colored Porsche. It's like a scene from Arrested Development. No one buys this, and they throw all these extras at you, so you'll get it. But I'll tell you what, LaMelo Ball right now. You can go get him around 70-1 to win MVP and 25-1-ish to win Most Improved Player. I think both of those are almost as good of bets as the Atlanta Braves to win the World Series, which I made a few months ago.
Listen, LaMelo's great, and he deserves a lot of credit. He was majestic, and he's so much fun to watch. And that was a big comeback win for the Hornets against Indiana. The outfit was amazing. I'm rolling with Lonzo here. You look at the Chicago Bulls. I think they're for real. I think the Bulls offseason was absolutely incredible. Love what they did. I thought they were some of the real winners with Lonzo and DeMar DeRozan. Full season with Vucevic. I think Chicago's making the playoffs. Lonzo had the highest plus-minus number of anyone on the floor last night. That was a huge statement, and I'm rolling here with my guy, Lonzo Ball. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.